If you ever felt your life collapse, in one very quiet moment, you understand this story. He opens an email at 2:07 a.m., and the future he trusted completely disappears right in front of him. Stay with me, because sometimes a new beginning grows exactly where we thought the end was. 2:07 a.m., a small apartment in Seattle, silent. Winter sky outside the window, dense and black. Street lights dim, like fading embers. On the table, the laptop glows cold. Its light reflects on a cup of coffee gone lukewarm. He slumps forward in an old hoodie, eyes burning from exhaustion. But he still can't sleep. Not because there's unfinished work, but because inside him something feels wrong, like a tiny crack deep under the ground. No one else hears it, but he does. He opens the email. A polite subject line, carefully chosen words. We appreciate. We regret to inform you. We wish you the best. He reads it like a notice meant for someone else, until his eyes stop on the word termination. His heart skips. Everything was decided before he could even breathe. He sits still, as if glued to the chair. No crying, no explosion, just a numbness running down his spine. He reaches for his phone, then stops, not knowing who to call. He opens his banking app. Balance, $312. Rent comes out next week. Student loan auto drafts on Friday. Health insurance only exists if you're employed. He glances at the hook by the door. His company badge hangs there. Yesterday, it was a ticket into the future. Now it looks like a meaningless piece of plastic. And in that exact moment, he understands he didn't just lose a job. He lost a version of himself. He walks into the bathroom, stares into the mirror. The face is still his, but the eyes in the mirror look at him like a stranger, as if someone just tore off the name tag from his chest and said, "You're not that person anymore." He goes back to bed, sits against the wall, eyes dry, body frozen. Voices start hissing inside him. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I've been fooling myself. Maybe I'll never come back from this. Then another line hits him harder than the rest. Without that job title, who am I? He isn't as afraid of losing work as he is of becoming invisible. A thin shadow in a small room. No one calling his name. No one needing him. Almost 4 a.m. He lies staring at the ceiling. A truth slowly rises. Quiet, but sharp as a blade. He remembers his first day at the company. The feeling of being chosen. The feeling of being worthy. From then on, work became the sun of his life. Success made him feel valuable. Mistakes made him feel small. Praise made him feel loved. Criticism made him feel unworthy. He was wrong. He thought what I do was who I am. And so, when the job disappeared, he believed he disappeared too. His sadness isn't only about losing work. It's because he realizes he left his real self behind for too long. Morning begins to pale. He puts on the jacket and goes out. No plan. He just can't stay in that room anymore, where the email still glows like an open wound. Seattle morning, cold and damp, empty streets. He walks without direction until his feet bring him to a small park by a lake. He doesn't come here to heal. He comes because he doesn't know where else to go. Not a tourist kind of beauty, just a few trees, grass washed in mist, a wooden bench facing still water. But it's empty, and that emptiness lets him breathe. He sits, watches yellow leaves fall and spin on the lake. No one pulls them back. No one holds them. They fall because it's time to fall. And in that quiet place, something very small is about to happen. Something he never expected. A deep, older voice speaks beside him. "Good morning." He turns. An old man in his 70s, a thin jacket worn at the cuffs, a small cloth bag in his hand, crumbs of bread scattered for birds. They sit in silence for a moment, only the soft pecking of birds on wet grass. The man says gently, "Sometimes the ground has to crack before new seeds can grow." He blurts out, "I've heard that line before, but I feel empty. I don't know who I am anymore." The man nods. "Because you placed yourself on something that can be lost." He pours tea from a small flask, hands him a cup. Impermanence isn't something to understand beautifully. Impermanence is something to live with. Jobs come and go. The identity tied to them comes and goes too. But your true self is still here. He watches the steam rise. This steam will fade, but the water is still water. You are the same. He looks down at the tea. A memory rises. The night he stayed late to guide a new intern. The time he fixed a report so it would be kinder to real users. The night he called his mother just to ask if she slept well. Those things aren't on a resume, but they are him. Tears come. He cries quietly, like a lake finally opening its gates. The old man says nothing, just sits there. Wind passes, leaves tremble. A man walking his dog says good morning. A child runs by laughing. He suddenly understands. The world doesn't know he was laid off, and it doesn't need to. Morning still comes, life still continues. He closes his eyes, breathing slowly. Inhale, exhale, as if telling himself, "I'm still here." The old man stands. "I have to go now." He stands quickly. "Thank you." The man smiles. "Don't thank me. Thank the crack. The crack is where the seed begins." He walks away slowly, disappearing into morning light. He stays behind, alone. The sky is fully bright now. The lake sparkles. He still doesn't know what the future looks like. He's still afraid. But the fear now isn't an abyss. It's just a blurred road that asks for slow steps. He opens his phone, types 3 lines. "I am not my job title. I am someone who listens. I am someone who endures. I am someone who is kind." He reads them again. His chest trembles very softly. He doesn't need to see the whole road. He only needs to know, to take one more step. Dawn opens in front of him. He doesn't have to start over loudly. He just has to start gently. One step, then one more step, and then another.